Out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. So let's take a look at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us we got Jovan Burts with us, Brian Bitler, Zawacky, and Nick Menken, and here's how they'll line up for this evening. We got Burts, Bitler, Zawacky, Menken, and I will close this one out. All right, it's a Friday before the big weekend of action here. Tonight we got a good NBA card. Got some action on the ice as well as a few from college hoops. We got a few big major teams in action. That Michigan State, Wisconsin game headlines the card tonight. So let's go ahead and let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in Jovan Burts. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Print. We'll bring Jovan in right now. Ready to roll here with some action here from the NBA. We'll bring him in here ready to go with Jovan. Jovan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
I'm doing great. All right, here we go tonight. We got Mavericks and Hawks going head-to-head tonight in the NBA. Some news circulating here in this one with the Mavericks. The Hawks here, as sharpest book in the world, has them laying 2 here, total 246.5.
Yeah, and I'm on the Mavs in this one. Now, it looks like there's been a swing in this line. I guess based on the fact that Trae Young is going to be in the lineup. This Hawks team, well, actually both of these teams are on a 3-game slide, 3-game losing streak, and they haven't covered near one of those games, neither team. So, you're facing two teams, you're dealing with two teams that's on losing streaks, and Kyrie Irving's not playing, we all know that. So, I think that's a positive actually for this Dallas Mavericks team, because you're going to have the ball in Luka Doncic's hands. And he's going to be running the show. It's not going to be split time between him and Kyrie Irving. He's going to probably get his triple-double against his how do you call it? His draft counterpart, because these two guys are linked forever as far as being swapped. I think Doncic and company, they go into Atlanta and get the W against this Atlanta Hawks team who's 4-16. Against the spread at home, so they don't have a home court advantage. If you watch any of their games in Atlanta, it's like it's a party. And it has nothing to do with the team. You know what I'm saying? So the fans, they're there for other reasons other than cheering on their team. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of transients over there in Atlanta. So you probably hear a lot of Dallas folk cheering on. You know what I mean? So I think when all's said and done, the Mavericks get this one.
All right, we got to Jovan here on the Mavericks here, plus the 1.5 here against the Hawks. And, this Hawks team has really hit a drought offensively. You kind of look over their past 5 games, 29th in offensive efficiency. And their numbers have dropped considerably, just under 107 points per 100 possessions. And get a little bit more offense here from this Mavericks team, and it's just been this Hawks team just headed the other direction.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is this Hawks team is taking the bad shots, a lot of contested bad shots, not trying to find the open man, guys trying to do it themselves, and that just makes for bad basketball. Plus, they didn't have Trae Young. So, I could see, with giving them a bump in the first half. I can't see that. But it comes a point in time in Hawks, you ever watch Hawks games consistently enough, you see this team get ice cold for long stretches of time, and I think that's going to happen in this one as well. Say what you want about Dallas and the fact that they give up points, but sometimes they do muster up some defense, with certain guys on the court. So, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yep, they do, and something the Hawks can't. The Hawks have never been able to defend, but when the offense goes south, it all goes down the toilet for this Atlanta team.
Exactly. Yeah. I just can't. I gotta fade them.
Yeah, absolutely. Mavericks here, plus the 1.5, plus 2. Let me take a look. This is the sharpest book in the world, still holding to 2. And no, actually, there is the most popular online sports book, DK, is still hanging at 2 here. So go there, get the 2s. They haven't bought that one. You can get the Mavericks plus 2 there, get the best numbers tonight. This one is televised by the NBA TV. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Print for tonight's action. Of course, headed up to a big weekend. We have NBA on the board tonight. We also have action on the ice. Actually, college basketball with a marquee matchup in there today for our Friday. They'll throw a bone or two here on the Friday cards once in a while in the FS1. Jovan putting up some great numbers here in the NFL this year amongst the leaders there. You see the last 30 days he's been putting up some great numbers as well. All sports combined for Jovan. NBA, good numbers as well, over 1,100 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got a 5-pack in today's action. 4 NBA plays and 1 basketball that I particularly like. You know, deal with that 5-pack and it hits. Joke on something long term. 3 days, 7 days, 30 days, yearly. The NFL is conference championship weekend on Sunday. So I'm gonna have some plays on that tomorrow. You already know what it is for college basketball. There's a lot of games going on. I'll have a lot of games put up on the website. That's an absolute fact. So NBA action, NBA is here in full swing. You know what I mean? So, that's what other handicappers for the 2-point capital emotional. You can't go wrong here in sports that place to pick on. Just kidding.
That's right, guys. Again, up here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results here. No better time to get that 1 month pass. That will get you the remainder of the NFL playoffs, including Super Bowl, and of course, all of John's action, NBA, college hoops. As you know, heavy volume coming up from Jovan here with his college basketball. Those Saturdays. He just says, man, he can find all those start times. He'll find action for you. And of course, no better time now to do it. Promo code is PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off multi-capper promotion as well. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. But again, we can catch you as well here on the weekend shows.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be on the show, morning show, per usual, Saturdays and Sundays like last one.
You got it. Saturday, Sunday.
Here on Monday.
That's right. Back here on Monday here on the drive-thru, guys. So make sure to like, subscribe, set those notifications so we get those weekend shows started. You get notified. Get the plays here from Jovan. All right, John. Have a great rest of the night. We'll catch up with you here on the drive-thru on Monday.
Absolutely. Have a great night. See you on Monday.
See you on Monday. Jovan Burts here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show. Up next, it's Brian Bitler. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Brian in right now. Man, he's tearing it up in college hoops. I think we'll be ready to roll here with Brian Bitler. I think here in just a second here. I might have went too far here on this board here. Let me find him up here. Brian. We got some more NBA coverage for you here on this card from Brian Bitler. And ready to go with Brian. Brian, what's happening?
Tell you, great to be with you on a Friday night. I tell you what, super excited. I love going second on a Friday night. Definitely not used to that. But, hey, we got a lot of great handicappers, a lot of great action. I was just looking at that Saturday card because I'm about to start writing down my games, starting to get into it. And we got definitely some nice action. I love college basketball. It's just, to me, I prefer it over the NBA, but everybody's a little bit different. Some people prefer NBA, but I like my college hoops. Yeah, college hoops very exciting there. Everyone has their own little preferences here, but tonight here in the NBA, it's Orlando Magic facing Memphis Grizzlies. Magic here going to be on the road here, laying the sharpest book here 6.5, and we see the total 12.5. I'm going to look here at a solid money-making opportunity for Friday night as the Orlando Magic visit the Memphis Grizzlies. Two teams that always take a look at when they're in action as far as betting-wise goes. Memphis, I think they've come to grips with Morant being out for the year. They're playing winning basketball over the last 10, 6-4 straight up. Orlando in a little bit of a downturn and maybe off their worst game of the year, 126-99 beatdown by the Cavaliers. That's why I like to buy in on teams when they're at a lower point. This Magic team has had all week to stew over that loss. They haven't played since Monday. Memphis just one day off, and it was a travel day back from a 4-game road trip. Magic 28-16 ATS on the season, 14-9 against the number on the road. Definitely a money-making team to bet on. Have the Magic pretty much all year. I think they're just a better team with Wagner in the lineup here. Magic rank better in both offensive and defensive category, clocking in at 4th in the league in defensive rating. I think the Magic here, laying the points is the way to go. It was minus 5.5 earlier today, but now I see it up to 6.5. I think they win by 10. 6.5. Most of the places now we're getting some movement here in this game. 6.5, pretty much everywhere now. So there's a 6. Boy, now they're not a very popular book there. It's going to be hard to find those 6s now, as we've just seen some movement here in the game right now. And of course, Brian, it's a very rare over the past several years
that you only see one person on the injury report for the Orlando Magic. And that's the case tonight. There's only one player on the injured list, which this is a team that has been more...
Pretty much every day you'd see Markelle Fultz on the Orlando Magic injury list. So it's definitely an odd occurrence, just like the Hornets with some of their players that are always on, and the Lakers. But yeah, definitely nice to have a clean injury report. I think that's what the Magic need if they want to make a playoff push.
Yeah, pretty much one guy, just Harris in there, but your full Suggs, Wagner, Franz Wagner, Boncaro, Carter, which is their ideal lineup there. So I can understand the movement here. So Cole Anthony, Moritz Wagner, Anthony Black, those guys come off the bench. Now Isaac comes off the bench. Ingles comes off the bench. These are guys you're used to seeing in the starting lineup because this team has just been so hobbled over the past several seasons.
They have been hobbled, and a little worry for me. Orlando Magic not the best straight-up winning on the road team this season, under 500. But I think if they want to be a playoff team, you got to be able to beat a team like the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They are going to have to do that. Is get the numbers done here. Magic is still above 500, 23-21. They give up some ground here. The Grizzlies, 17-27 team, as you know, pretty much out of the. We're going to fall out of the playoff picture, obviously, with the injury to John Morant. And not like we did have. We're not seeing the Magic like we did the past few seasons, where the Memphis Grizzlies would do it on occasions, but over the course of time, I think they're going to fade out.
Yeah, for sure. Over the years, it'd be the Orlando Magic that would be playing out the string. This year, it looks like it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that here. All right, Brian here on the Magic laying the 6 here against the 6.5 now against the Grizzlies pretty much everywhere tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. Of course, we do have an NBA on the board. A little bit of college hoops up there. You guys will find that here over on the site over tonight here up on the board. A lot of mid-majors here on your Fridays. But, man, Brian has been on a tear here in college hoops. Have you seen these numbers here? 2,155 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. So you can verify those simply by going to Brian's handicapper page. Go down to Pick History. You'll check it out there. All right, Brian, here we go. How do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
I'll tell you what, tonight, 2 college basketball, 1 NBA premium-wise. My best bet is my titanium play, and it's in college hoops. That tips off at 6:30, so you want to hurry up and get in on that. 15-2 last 17 titaniums, 44-15 last 59 for a 75% hit rate. If you go back long-term, and they last 520 of them, 288, 231-1. That's a 55.4% hit rate. So, guys, make sure you head on over to pickdogs.com, get that titanium. But if you're not in time for that, I got an evening game, a winner with Michigan State and Wisconsin you won't want to miss out on. Plus, my NFL for Sunday is up already. I got an easy winner for Sunday. Make sure you guys check that out.
Check it out, guys, over at Pick Dogs Premium. Brian's been on a tear. You see the numbers in college hoops showing great profit this year. The last 30 days, last 24 hours. Get on board with a long-term pass. Remember, the 1-month pass get you all Brian's premium plays for the remainder of the NFL playoffs, including Super Bowl, all his college hoops, all his NBA, and all his NHL for the next 30 days, taking into near the end of February, because we're already in January 26th. So no better time than right now to get on board with Brian's action and use promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again on the show next week, but we can always catch you on occasion on some of those weekend shows. And, of course, you've got your very popular video series here as you're kind of looking for those contrarian bets.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at the Miami Heat, New York Knicks for tomorrow's contrarian prediction play. I got to see if I can break that one down. But, guys, make sure you check out the Pick Dogs YouTube channel every single day. I put a video up. And next weekend I'll be back with my buddies on the morning show for the weekend. This weekend dog sitting, but I'll be back in full force next week, hopefully giving out some winners and maybe busting Mitch's chops a little bit.
Busting Mitch's chop a little bit there. He'll be back on the next week. We'll catch him back in the weekend show. We just again have all those dogs barking all the time, right? Oh yeah. Too much dogs barking to get them all riled up. All right, Brian.
I like the dogs barking, but I don't like them barking, making up the noise. I like dogs barking on the card, betting card, which is not in real life.
So, what's your thought on the championship games coming up?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me see here. I definitely like the favorites in both games, but we'll see which one I like the most. Most of the time I'm a dog guy, but I think we got 2 public dogs here this weekend. We'll see how it goes. Yeah,
we'll see how it goes today. Of course, the word is that Debo will play. Now, how effective will he be? And you know how it is with these, and I don't want to target Detroit, but it's just any sport, right? You know, someone's hurt a certain area, they're going to go after them.
For sure. And, San Francisco's more than just Deebo Samuel. They got so many weapons on that. And the Detroit Lions, a dome team, playing those emotional home games now going out to San Francisco, it's going to be rough for them, I believe. So, I hate to just say the favorite, but I think this weekend we're looking at a big favorite week.
You think San Francisco got their scare last week?
Yep, for sure. You see, people put too much stock into that scare last week and overemphasize these Detroit Lion wins. So for me, that's when you want to get in on the San Francisco 49ers after that poor performance last week.
Also, those trend guys will tell you, hey, the Niners haven't covered a home game in like six home games.
They're due. That's what I would say.
We did see a movement here on the Ravens, moved up from 3.5 now to 4, so you're going to have to they're going to have to lay 4 here on the Ravens side.
Yep, and that's another, 3 is a key number. When you see it move off of that 3.5 to 4, to me, trying to really, I think, tempt you into the underdog in that spot. Same thing with the Niners going to 7.5. So that's another tempting line for the Lions bettors.
Yeah, the moves here, it looks like, let's see where we have her. I shaded my opening number here. Let me see. The numbers here, it was open 44.5. We're seeing 44.5 at open 50. We're seeing actually a little tick down to the under because the Lions 49ers opened up at 52.5 and it's come down to 52. So we're seeing a little bit of shading to the under here in both games from the opener line.
Now, I bet you people love betting that Detroit Lions over in that game. So it's a game that I'd wait on as far as the total goes and then take a look at that under. I like under in big playoff games. Absolutely.
Of course, I don't think you're much of a prop guy, right, Brian? Or do you look at more? No.
But you know what? First touchdown catches. I always do that just for fun. I got to take a look to see what's going on this weekend. That's definitely something I like, the first touchdown pass. Maybe if you parlay up the first touchdown in both games, you can get a nice little payout.
There you go.
You have to get lucky, though, too.
Lucky, right. You need the right situation. Certain guys score inside the 5, certain guys score, in the red zone. So you got to keep an eye there how that works out. All right, Brian. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up on the weekend shows next week, but then we'll catch you on the drive-thru next week as well as your video series. Look forward to it.
Definitely look forward to seeing you on Monday. Hopefully I'm streaking red hot. Definitely looking forward to a good winning week here. You have a good one, Tom. Yeah, good. Enjoy your square dancing with your dogs tonight. I'm going to have fun. Square dance with the doggies. Hey, square dancing with the dog. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Let's welcome in Ron Zawacky. We go to the ice with Ron tonight. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Ron in, who has been very good to us here on the show. We're going to get some NHL coverage tonight. Ron, what's happening?
Well, not too much. We're going back to an NHL play. It's crazy, but we actually hit all totals this week. Monday we went with an under. Tuesday we went with an under. Wednesday we went with the over in the Canucks game. We just got the over in now. And as I said, 3-3, right? Each team got 3, and the Blues got the extra one in overtime, 4-3. But it got us up and over the total, so we're going to have to go with another total again. But let's keep it with the theme of the week of hitting the totals. But, on the premium side, we had to get rid of the beer. It was like, for me, it's with drinks and things. If I have 2 losing days in a row, bye-bye beer. Wow. I was actually looking before the start of 2024. I was looking to shave the beard, but we were just so dang hot that I had to let it grow. So I had finally hit where I had lost 2 days back to back, and my beard. Time for a fresh new start on the face. That's what it is. I think I heard somebody talking about it on the morning show. It's not very often you get to see me with a fresh, clean, shaven look, but here it is. Here it is. All ready for champion.
That's right.
I can't wait.
No doubt about that. All right, here we go tonight. The fallen LA Kings, a team that has just been in disarray. I guess the coach is somewhere hanging by a thread, and I like the coach's body. You're afraid of your job? You're damn right. I'm afraid of losing my job, man. I thought he was surprised. McCollum was surprised he still got another. He got more life left. I thought that was it after that loss at Buffalo. Oh my God, you were given 2 layups.
But then Doughty came in, right? After the game from Buffalo, Doughty came in and he stole the spotlight. So it kind of like it took a little bit of the heat off the coach, and I think that's what saved his job. Doughty said for the Kings, I quote, he goes, we're just not just handing out cookies here. We got up 3-1. We came into the second period, and we don't just hand out cookies. It's not a free cooking game. And he goes, these guys that think they're just here for goals and scoring, this is a team game. Come on! And he called out his team. So it was pretty ugly. Getting heated in the locker room for the Kings.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. That's.
Dowdy's not happy.
No. Dowdy's not happy, and he may just turn into a madman here, or maybe I can't even think to that he would trade him out of LA for draft picks. But this guy just gives you, and this is the guy who gives you a lot of ice time. Usually during his prime, he's among the leaders in ice time.
Exactly right. Big time ice minutes for Doughty, and he's not happy the way his teammates are playing and trying to be puck hogs, I think, and. They've lost their way because, man, this Kings team, I was talking about it. They were rolling right along. I was like, wow, watch out for the Kings. Talbot was playing good. Everything was rolling right along for the Kings, and then all of a sudden they just hit a brick wall. And now it's they learned like the Oilers did to start the season, where just one loss, it starts the snowball effect, and it looks like it's snowballing for the Kings.
Snowballing both on scoring wise and defensively. Everything is just kind of hitting the rock bottom. I was very surprised at this line. I expect the Avs to be a bigger favorite. Maybe they're taking into account Doughty's shouting out, taking over the team. Maybe make him a player coach. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Blake now is getting under. Everyone was upset when Lombardi got fired as general manager because he's the one that put together the Stanley Cup teams. Blake was kind of the assistant in this situation. Lombardi was let go when Suter, when the team hit the down cycle. Blake trying to revamp this team, but pressure now on the GM as well. We could see a GM and a coach exit if this doesn't turn around at the end of the year.
If things don't turn around, I'm going to say before the end of the year. I'm going to say before the trade deadline. If the Kings don't have this turned around, you'll see a new coach in the works for the Kings for sure. Something's got to change and something's got to give. If they just keep doing this same type of slide, they battle in games, and then it's just like all of a sudden that first period they come out, they battle, they play real good, and then the second, third, they're just like, oh, what do you mean? We didn't win? What happened?
Yep, and I told you this, and the schedule maker gave you two layups at home, and you couldn't even and you got 1 point out of it, right? You got one. Jeez.
And you got a point. Yeah, you got 1 point out of the deal. Other than that, you haven't been good at all. Oof.
That's rough. Tonight, they're on the road here against the Avalanche, and again, like I said, I'm very surprised with this low line for the Avs. Avs minus 138, total 6.5.
This low line, you look, the Kings did win the earlier meeting between these two teams, head-to-head. Kings got it 4-1 in L.A. The meeting before that, the Avs got it 5-1, so the season series 1-1. But if you look over the last 5, Kings are up 3 wins to 2 in that series. So yeah, this is a weird line. The bookmakers haven't adjusted to how bad the Kings are yet. Either way, you look at Colorado. For me, I like the over in this game. Colorado's been ripping it up. They've been scoring goals left, right, and center. They've scored 25 goals in 5 games. Well, you do the math. That's 5 goals a game. And the way the Kings have been giving up goals, this could be a long, long night for this Kings team. No confirmed who's going to get the start yet for the Kings in this one. I'm expecting Talbot to get the start. So with Talbot in there, the way he's dropped off, I think he's 0-5-1 in his last 6. He hasn't been playing good hockey. Georgiev been the workhorse for the Avs. And as I said, the Avs 9-1 to the over in their last 10 hockey games. They've been lighting the lamp and scoring goals in bunches. I love the over 6.5, and we're getting a nice plus price for it here. I don't see this under. Take the over 6.5. I think we're going to get 9-10 goals in this one.
All right, so let's go over here. Over 6.5 here, Kings and the Avalanche. The Kings, they did muster 3 goals in those games against the Sharks and Buffalo, but man, they gave up a total of 8 goals in regulation against both San Jose and Buffalo, and that is just horrible.
Right? And now you're coming in against an Avs team that scored 25 goals in 5 games.
You face the 2 worst teams in the league, and the two worst teams in the league. You give them an average of 4 goals a game at home.
Right? And now you're coming here against the Avs, and then you're in trouble. Let's put it that way. I think the Avs are going to do a bulk of the heavy lifting here at this point. And we get easily over the 6.5 here. They've
scored 6 or more in 3 of 4. They could take it over themselves very easily because they did twice with 7s at Ottawa and 7s at Philly.
And 7s at Philly, yeah. 7-3 the last 10 head-to-head have hit the over as well. So these two teams like to score goals. Kings, where do they do their best work? On the road. They're on the road in the first game of a road trip. I think we see a step up here. This is some goals.
Rod looking here to step up here. We'll get to the bonus in a second, so we'll get to let everybody know what Rod's got going on. Kings, Avalanche over 6.5 tonight here, 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we got some NBA up there for you. Also action on the ice, as well as college hoops. A few matchups up there for you as well. Mid-majors, we got the Maction in action again. I think is it the Zips again back in there? Or Kent, I know one of them of two are in action. Rod doing Kent. The Flashes are back. They flash on. It's Flash Friday. That's right, Flash Friday. You got to have Kent in action.
The Flash was back in action.
That's right. Flash is back in action starting pretty soon. Rod having a monster year this year. You can see that 1,551 units of profit for the year 2024. All sports combined. Rod has been on tear this season. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium, bounce back day. We had a losing day yesterday, losing day the day before, so looking for a bounce back. Not crazy losing days, but where you go 3-4, and I went 1-3 yesterday. So bounce back day here to kickstart the weekend. My NBA drop a dime play, I have going 15-6 the last 21 on it. We got my NHL sniper play going as well, and those are two plays that are included in my Steak Friday package. That also has my top play in college hoops. So nice little mixed board on today's Steak Friday package. Or as Brian said, I already got my NFL locked and loaded in for the championship weekend. I've got both sides and a total for you. Nice conference championship triple. You can scoop that up. And instead of buying all these packages individually, it's Friday, so your best deal is grab a 3-day pass and join me for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll have some Monday thrown in there as well. Open up, so you get 4 days for the price of 3. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off and join me for the weekend. As you see, we've been hot. Time to bounce back and have a big weekend. I love the action this weekend. So much college hoops, as Brian said. I got a list a mile long that I'm going to be going through after this. And finishing up hockey videos, because there's a pile of those too.
Nice, that's right. A lot of hockey videos in there, guys. Get on board with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. Rod has been on the tear here. You can see for the year, 1,551 units of profit for 2024. Showing great work here the last 30 days. Matter of fact, the 1 month pass is great. But you want to try out for the weekend, do that 3-day pass. You guys love that here on a Friday. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. All right, Rod, any bonus here for a Friday?
Always a couple bonus plays for you. For me, I got one in hoops. NBA, we're going to go with some player props here. We're going to go with Dean Wade over 1.5 threes. He's done this 4 of the last 5 games for the Caps. So we're going to take Dean Wade over 1.5 threes. Nice plus 115 on that. And then we're also going to go to the game that I was talking about where the Avs are going to rip it up. Nathan McKinnon has been ripping it up. I like Nathan McKinnon over 4.5 shots. You get a nice plus 125 on it. I think he has a big game again. And take my Nathan McKinnon over 3 points. I think he has a massive game. He's shooting, seeing the puck well, scoring lots. As I said, the Avs have been scoring. So I like Nathan McKinnon, 3+ points tonight. You get a nice plus 320 on that. 3 bonus plays. McKinnon, big time, over his shots, over his points, and Dean Wade, over 1.5 threes.
Bonus action here from Rod Zawacky. Ready to roll here with the big weekend. Get you started here with Rod. All right, Rod, great having you on our show. As always, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week. Catch you as well on the weekend show, as well as your video series as you cover NHL A to Z.
Definitely like, subscribe. That way you get notified when those videos drop. And you can check out all the videos from A to Z. Like I said, we got 14 hockey videos. We're getting close to the end before we hit the All-Star break. So this is the biggest day before the All-Star break. We got 14 games in action. Plus, I got a parlay video. We crushed the last parlay. We hit that nice 3-teamer. Guess what? I got a 4-teamer this time for Saturday. So you definitely want to make sure that you're got those notifications turned on and you can join with that 4-teamer on the ice. We crushed it with the last one. I love this one too. So definitely check it out.
Check it out, man. They're going to drop shortly, guys, so make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notifications so when Rod drops those videos, you get them in real time, get the best numbers, A to Z coverage, every game on the board. Yeah, they split the puck dog, but that only means more videos, more picks from you because these guys can work on their own time and you can get all the games in.
Exactly. We can get all the games in. We're not trying to squish them in at some weird hour and then struggle and fighting with Ruffalo between his schedule and my schedule because it's tough when he's on one side of the country and I'm literally on the other side of the country. So it's like this way and this way. He's in the Eastern time zone. I'm in the Western time zone. That's a lot of time difference, and it's tough. So when he's having dinner, I'm still in the middle of the afternoon. So when you're up at 5, I'm not up at 3.
Yeah, Rod's ready to do videos 10 p.m. It's 1 a.m. over there.
It's 1 a.m. over there. So I'm sure I'll shoot videos at night, 9 o'clock. Let's shoot some videos. Well, it's midnight for Rubio trying to shoot videos. That doesn't work so well.
That's the worst. But again,
the exact time was just tough.
The viewer wins. The viewer wins. The viewer wins with more picks.
Exactly. More picks from us, and that way you get. I still think going forward we should do like an OG live pop-in punt.
Yeah, that's right. Puck Dogs Live. That's right. Puck Dogs Live. I think that was scheduled last year during the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we'll look forward.
Yeah, we tried it out. I think maybe we should going forward.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Puck Dogs. Because what happens is you kind of overlap different sports. People start throwing NBA. They start throwing, their college hoops is done by then. College hoops is done by then, but they start throwing in NBA. And baseball. They throw in baseball that year, right? Baseball go.
Baseball. The NBA was still rolling.
Yeah.
I remember we were talking hockey, baseball, and the NBA was still going. So there's still lots of sports.
Do you realize baseball starts March 20th this year? It starts so close. That's right. All right. Don't give out too much info out there.
I was looking and I was like, oh man, the end of February we're already getting grapefruit games. I was like, oh man, here comes the grapefruit league. I was like, holy man, baseball looks like it's getting earlier and earlier.
Earlier and earlier. Yeah, it's early this year because of the Dodgers going to be in Seoul playing the Padres March 20th and 21st. So it gets here before you know it. Maybe they start the season early to get these guys more time off. We'll see how it works, but it should be an exciting season coming up. Everybody says one team everyone's going to look to beat. You know that.
The Yankees.
That's right, the Yankees. That's right, Rod. All right, Rod. Oh boy, the Fenway. Who was it? A national name is now the announcer for the Red Sox. He just went off on the team. Woo, an old school. Now you're not supposed to do that. Some of these announcers, he just went off. He just went off on the Red Sox. McDonough. He got the job as the TV guy. At first, they interviewed him, and he just went off on the team. We're doing nothing during the off season, so he didn't get the memo. He didn't get the memo, man.
I never see. Yeah, I did. Yeah, he went nuts.
He went nuts on the team. It's crazy. All right, Rod. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Get those videos ready for us, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But I know we always catch you on the weekend shows. That's where you get the banter on the weekends.
That's where you get the banter, yeah. You get the big round table. I think it looked like Hollywood Squares last Saturday. There was 9 of us on there as once, and Tony was there as well. So definitely tune in tomorrow morning. Always good time with everybody. All the cappers show up Saturday, Sunday. Should be great shows.
Great shows. That's right, man. You catch Rod every
weekend.
Banter.
You get lots of picks too, because we always argue and we never agree. And
Costi came in with the Ravens shirt last Saturday, and he was the target. He was the target for the whole show. He just came in, right?
Oh, he came in, right? And everybody got
came in with a target on his shoulder. Now we'll see who had the target tomorrow. All right, Rod. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Steak Friday. Enjoy to get those videos. We'll catch up with you again on the drive-thru next week.
You as well, Tony. Have yourself a good one, everybody. Crush the box. Continue. Catch the drive-thru Monday. See you tomorrow.
That's right. So everyone knows tomorrow on the morning show. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here, guys. You ever miss a pick? We always recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Speaking of baseball, our man Nick Menken, former collegiate athlete there in college baseball. I believe it was Virginia Tech, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out from Nick. Catch him over at Pink Dog Spring. We'll bring Nick in right now. Did I get that right, Nick? You played at Virginia Tech, and you also played another school, right?
Virginia Tech, Tony.
There you go. I knew it was. How's it going, Nick? How's Virginia Tech looking?
Yeah, they're not looking bad. Basketball, they're trying to turn it around here early, but they get the job done at home, their previous games. So hopefully they could get some more wins here, but we'll see how they do the rest of the season. Absolutely. See how they roll the rest of the season here. As we go to the NBA tonight with Nick, and of course a lot of we know the news surrounding this Bucks team. They're going to go at it again here with the Cavaliers with the coaching change. Of course, we saw that here. Bucks are going to be laying 5.5, total 239. Yeah, we'll see if Doc Rivers could turn around this Milwaukee Bucks record against the spread. They're 17-27 this season. But let's roll into the Cavaliers. They're 10 games above 500 on the season, 26-16, 11-8, 3 games here above .500, 8-2 in their last 10 games played, just losing to this Milwaukee Bucks team on Wednesday, 126-116. And they were actually on a 7-game winning streak prior to that. Like I said, they played Wednesday, they're off Thursday, and they're back at it here tonight in Milwaukee, where the Bucks are 31-13, 20-4 at home. No question about it. They play their best basketball here at home. 7-3 in their last 10 games. Giannis is a game-time decision, though, tonight with a little back injury. Got a back bug going on. Just beating the Cavs, like I said, and they got Doc Rivers here. 17-27, though, against the spread. I like this Cleveland Cavaliers team to come out and bounce back and compete in tonight's game. I like the Cavs on the spread, plus 5.5. We're getting here. I like the points with the Cavs. They just lost here in Milwaukee. They didn't have to travel. They're back at it again in Milwaukee. I think they cover this one. I'm rolling with the Cavs on the spread.
All right, Nick says go ahead and take the Cavaliers on the spread, plus 5.5 here against the Bucks. Giannis listed as probable with those back spasms. We'll see how that rolls here as we get close to the game time. Just about an hour and 15 minutes away here. Of course, Doc Rivers coming in. I did pull the numbers on the Bucks. Remember, the whole issue has been with their defense, giving up 122 points per 100 possessions for the month of January. Cut that down a little bit at 111 per 100 in that meeting there against the Cavaliers. But man, this Cavaliers team has just been on a roll.
Yeah, they got their guy Donovan Mitchell. It all starts with him. If he has a good game, the rest of the crowd's gonna follow. I think they got a strong bench as well.
Yep.
To come and give Donovan Mitchell some rest there. They got a lot of points off that bench. If Giannis isn't in the game, I even like the Cavs. They'll sprinkle some on the money line. We'll wait and see if he's in it tonight because it does bring the Milwaukee Bucks a present on the defensive side there. So we'll see if he's in the lineup here, but I'm liking the Cavs on the spread, like I said.
I got to tell you, I don't know if there's any two-man bench condom better than in the NBA than what the Cavaliers have and what they get from LeVert and Merrill. I mean, they will give you scoring off the bench very consistently. And this is where you got to really look at the box scores in the NBA because, man, LeVert, you'll see he's sometimes good for 20 a night. You'll also get 20 a night at times from Merrill.
Yeah, I think the Cavaliers, they do a really good job offensively moving the ball, and it gets guys open. I think they're, the way that they move the ball offensively and the pick and roll scheme too, for them to be working out consistently this season. And I expect the pick and roll here, especially if Giannis isn't in, like I said, on that defensive side. Look for the pick and roll early in this game.
That's right. Look for it indeed. Of course, as we mentioned in the previous segment, baseball season starting over. We're less than 2 months away. We're, 7 weeks away from baseball as Dodgers, Padres starting in Korea, and then we got the start. I think we're starting the league in Thursday. We're trying to get those weekend series in, so we're into late March now for the start of the Major League Baseball season this year.
Oh, I can't wait till baseball. We got Jock Peterson too coming over in the desert here, so I'm pumped up to see him play. Just moved actually apartments, so I'm right across the way from Chase Field. So I'll be going to a lot of D-backs games this year, and especially when the Cubbies come to town. I can't wait. Yeah, of course, all the off-season attention here on this Dodger team. But of course, what's other than Peterson? What's the Diamondbacks been up to? As we know, their pitching staff, starters and bullpen, really got hot in September, carried it into October. Yeah, just their big move, I think, was Jock Peterson. They've been quiet here on the offseason, but I don't think there necessarily needs to be a dramatic change in this rotation either. I think they got their guys. They know where they stand, especially in their division. So it's definitely exciting, and we'll see this season, especially in this early on in spring training. I'll be going and they should see how they do. Yeah, spring training will be getting closer and closer now. When you play in late March, it means that you're going to have to get some of these pitchers start to early reporting here to get in shape. Of course, what's the story with the Cubs here? I guess, you come from Chicago, the Cubs team that you used to follow. Manager change as well. I still follow him. Follow him to the T. Hopefully we could sign Cody Bellinger. We're still up in the air with that one. I don't know what's taking so long. He needs a better agent or something. The Cubbies got to sign this guy. People are going to want him, especially after his numbers and performance after last season. So I think he'll be a good keep for the Chicago Cubs team. And then we got that guy from Japan. We'll see how he fits into this rotation. Maybe we get a couple more guys for that rotation later on in the bullpen. We'll see. We still struggling on that side, so I'm hoping they make a move here for these Cubbies here in that starting rotation and the bullpen here.
That's right, guys. You got to, again, like I said, it's getting closer and closer now. We start March 20th. And that's going to be around March Madness. So, of course, it's early. It's going to be like 4 a.m. your time. And I think if there's, I don't know, sometimes you match up. I don't know when you match up with Pacific time, but it's going to be 3 a.m. Pacific when they play when the Dodgers and Padres play those two games in Korea. But we got Nick here on the Cavs here, plus 5.5 here against the Bucks. This one will have a start time tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Nick, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, NBA on the board. Nick has been hammering the NBA this year. 1,472 units of profits, been on absolute tear. We got NBA on the board tonight. Some college hoops action on the ice. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yep, we got a 3-pack coming out, all on the hardwood floor tonight. We got 2 NBA games in that 3-pack, along with a college basketball. Right now, hitting 64% this season in NBA. Got my top play coming out here tonight in the NBA. 35 and 21 this season, hitting 62%. So definitely go check out a long-term package here. That's right, guys. Got on board with Nick Menken over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's been on a tear in the NBA this year. Also, don't forget the ice. Big numbers here, 822. NFL, nearly 1,300 units of profit. He's hammering the product that's in action right now. This year, over 1,100 units. Last 30 days, all sports combined, over 1,200 units. Last 7 days, nearly 700 units of profit. Nick has been on a tear here. We saw him top the leaderboards last year as well in his first year at Pick Dogs. Again, repeating the process. Repeating the process is all he's got to do because he's making money, guys. So get on board with Nick Menken over at Pick Dogs Premium. Remember that 1 month all sports pass will cover for the entire rest of the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl, your NBA, your college basketball, your action on the ice, covered there for the 30 days with Nick. And remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Get the long-term pass. The way Nick's running, he's on fire. All right, Nick, is always great having you show. Now, of course, there's a team that plays on the ice there in Arizona. We don't hear too much about it from you. Do you cover the Coyotes much? A little bit. I mean, we got Keller over here. My buddy actually was Christian Fisher. He got traded to the Detroit Red Wings there. So I follow him, but it was pretty cool going to the games while he was on the ice. So not that big of a Coyotes fan. I'm still a Blackhawks fan at heart, but I do follow him a little bit here.
There you go. A lot of action there out there in the desert there with Nick in the Scottsdale. Still Scottsdale area?
I'm actually in Phoenix, right across from Chase.
There you go, across from Chase. That's right. Now, closer now to the Chase Field. All right, Nick, enjoy the weekend. Oh boy, this is the time of the year to be in Arizona. Let me tell you right now, it's the way you want to be. From Nick coming from those winters there in Chicago. All right, man. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, Tony. Always a pleasure. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
You as well. Nick Menken here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we always recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. Get to my pick, then we'll get to the recap, and you're ready for your weekend. Of course, the morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern time here on the weekends. I was scheduled for Saturday. I might move to Sunday for me. I've got all this weekend plans getting shifted around here, so let me see here. Let's continue here on, but I'll be one of the 2 days. I thought I might have been there for both days, but it may be one. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. Let's get my pick, and then we'll get you through the weekend. We're going to look at this Thunder and Pelicans game tonight. These two teams battling it out. It's going to be the Thunder here. Let's see. We've seen some movement come on the Thunder, as you expect here, because we got late word on Zion hitting the injury report with a contusion. And whenever they hit late, that's always a bad sign when they're late. Pretty much one everywhere. So you're gonna have to grade me at 1. It looks like. Let me see here. Where are we at? 1. Whenever it's this one, I expect this to come down low. I like them without even before the Zion news came in, but I still like the OKC Thunder here tonight. And I think we lose a point. It's gonna be about +1 in this spot. Let me see if I can get you some updates here on Zion. He was questionable, hit the questionable mark earlier here, and let's see if we have any updates on him. He had a contusion. You remember, those late additions are always bad. Late addition to the injury report, it always trends for a bad sign of his availability, and it's still no update than that. Bone contusion in his left foot. It's a foot injury for someone that's his size. That's always a 284 pounds, 6'6". That's always a concern. So, again, I think this just obviously is availability now, a big question right now here for Zion. But really coming into this one, I had handicapped it for OKC, even with Zion in the game, but without him, it just gives us, look at that, only 1 point of value. Maybe they knew something about Zion earlier, but anyway, it's just the fact is OKC can generate offense on the road, averaging nearly 119 points per 100 possessions. They are shooting nearly 50% on the road this year. So with no Zion there, it's going to really open up things for them. Or Zion not at 100% with that bone contusion, left foot issue, with a guy that's 285 pounds, and that's always a concern there. So we'll go ahead and take the Thunder here at plus. Now minus the one, yeah. Wow, look at that. That is minus the one. What am I saying? Plus. Yeah, this is the minus the one. This has been a dramatic move. So like I'm here at the minus one. They were the dogs earlier. They're now minus one. So that's where it's at. Minus one, even minus 1.5. So again, it's pointing to probably Zion not playing, but still we like him in this spot here against the Pelicans. All right, guys, check out Pick Dog Stream. I've got the best bet here from the NBA tonight, as well as the best bet from college basketball, single plays. Or you get my long-term pass, 3, 7, or $30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays. Actually, I got a 3-pack up there as well. 2 NBAs and a college basketball bundled into the 3-pack. My best bet is part of my 3-pack, so don't buy them both. Buy one or the other there, as I bundled my my best bet NBA into the 3-pack with college basketball and another NBA play in there, guys. So get on board a 3-pack or get my long-term pass. I have a 3, 7, or $30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period. Just like when you go to my handicap page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Multi-capper promotions available as well. All right, let's continue on here on the drive through. Let's get to the recap. And the recap tonight had, well, of course, as we go to the recap, guys, I'd like to see your best bets in the chat right now, so get those into the chat. Jovan liked the Mavericks plus 1.5 against the Hawks. Brian was on the Magic, laid the 6 against the Grizzlies. Rod was Kings Avalanche over 6.5. Nick liked the Cavaliers plus 5.5 against the Bucks. I'll be on the Thunder now -1 here against the Pelicans. The one I like the most, let's go with Nick's play here on the Cavs here, plus 5.5 here against the Milwaukee Bucks. And I think that's where we sit, still sits there at plus 1.5. All right, that's going to do it here for the drive-through, guys. Back again here on Monday. Get your best bets in the chat right now. That'll do it for this edition of the drive-through, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll get your plays in real time. Remember, it always gets started with that morning show here this weekend, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We got Jay. We got with the roundtable with a lot of the cappers you'll see there, including guys like Rod Zawacky, Jovan is in there, Big Al McMurray. I'll be there either Saturday or Sunday. Kind of lean towards Sunday now. We'll see how this works out with my weekend plans. Got twisted a little bit here. But anyway, we'll figure that out. But guys, make sure you tune in to the show. Remember to always get started with that morning show. As we said, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tool Show is roundtable discussion with all the professionals as well. Also, Jay's Jam Session NBA as well as NFL. We also have Ron Romanelli, his complete rundown, bank shot breakdown from college basketball. Chris with his NHL around the league with Chris, as well as his individual plays up on the board. Rod Zawacky covers the NHL A to Z, every game on the board, including parlays. Nick Menken, first half, we should have covered that in the segment. Nick Menken has a video series, first half NBA. Get those picks from Nick here on the channel as well. Mills with the UFC a rundown, as well as his prop shop. Get that from our man Mills. Brad Francis has those parlay videos for you here. Big Al McMurray, all access with Big Al. Also against the public here from Dana Lane. Contrarian picks here from our man Brian Bitler. Costi with his sharp trading plays here on the board as well. Of course, don't forget our man Wayne. He gets those boxings coming at the weekend. Get those big boxing picks from Wayne on the video series as well. So lots of content here, guys. Of course, our parlay video from our man Brad. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when these videos drop, we'll get them to you right away. Jovan said he's working on it. He just wants to be unique about it, wants to come up with something different, so he's still working on his video series as well. That's Jovan Burts. We've got him all covered there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the show. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. Make it a great weekend. Let's take a look at the chat here. Ron Crawford says, likes the Clippers tonight. TJ in the Cavs money line and Penguins money line. Ramon Scott says he'll take the Magic with Brian tonight. Thunder here from our man here, Blake, coming in. Shout out to Doubles as well. I think Doubles put a pick in there as well. He likes let's see if that's the show pick. He says double show pick Mavericks Hawks under 240-16. That is too high. I have to agree there with doubles in that one. I think the line is too high. Remember, Atlanta's having those struggles offensively this year. But the past 5 games they're having a hard time getting points up on the board. So doubles coming with this play as well. Wisconsin over 135 minus 110 for me. Okay, that's looking at the total there in the Wisconsin game. And Blake is on the Magic plus 5.5 there from our man Blake coming in with his plays. Let's see here. Grant Carlson likes Cats, props Bennett and Verhagen. Lean on the Hawks for Darren Laren in there. Jay Peasy, Thunder in there as well. Suns, Magic, Portland coming in here from him as well. Let's see what we got. Red Foxes, Purple Eagles over 129. Our man Grant Clarkson in there also likes the Mavs plus the points. Magic Grizzlies over in there for him as well. VGK puck line plus St. Louis plus puck line. Colorado LA over 6.5 Florida money line. So a big lot of action here from Grant in the chat tonight. And who do we got? BZ Hill likes Colorado lay the puck and a half. VJK money line as well. Nicholas Handy shout out to you as well. Darren Turner here coming and parlaying the Magic money line and Cavs money line, his parlay for you there as well. So lots of content from guys. Thanks to you guys for your picks today in the show. Your best bets already recorded in here, and our man Robert Martin tailing OKC here in this one tonight. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. Got everybody in here, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. Going to wake up out of guys. You guys have a great weekend, great afternoon.